Hello everyone, what is cooking, all you good looking people out there, and welcome to another exciting episode of GeoGuessr. Here we are in yesterday's daily challenge location. A very cool place, some kind of big giant tower type thing or chimney. I have no idea. That maybe this could be a place where things were once burned. I don't know, it's really hard for me to tell, but it's some kind of silo or something in the middle of a park with some ancient ruins and stuff. So where do I think we are? I think we're in Europe, but where in Europe? That's a good question. Let's go with Spain. Let's go with the beautiful ruins in a park in Murcia. Yeah, let's click on that, and the answer was, no, it was Mexico, not Spain, and it was in Durango. 571. Hopefully some of you guys figured that one out. All right, here we are in today's daily challenge location. And oh my goodness, what an absolutely stunning place. Just check this out. Beautiful, beautiful mountains with the tops of the mountains covered in snow. We've got this water here. It's like crystally blue, but it's not frozen, which makes this place much more beautiful. Now, I'm almost certain it's quite cold, but the fact that the water isn't frozen and there's snow on the mountains, and the snow doesn't even seem that far up, is just amazing. You've got these beautiful little houses everywhere on this long, I don't know what this is called, a jetty? No, this is just something, a wave breaker type thing, right? That's what this is called. It's to make a bay. I know, I'm supposed to know what these things are called, but I forget. I don't spend too much time by the sea, okay? Okay there. I've just taken vacations out by the sea. I don't live anywhere near the ocean, so there you go. That might be why I don't know my nautical terms nearly as much as I should. And you got some beautiful fishing boats out there and the mountains in the distance. Wow, this is absolutely one of the most beautiful places we have seen. I would absolutely love to go here. This is the kind of place that it would be definitely part of a vacation that I would like to, I wouldn't necessarily want to come here just to be only here. This is the kind of place you gotta rent a car or a vehicle and you gotta travel around because there is so much more beauty to see. There's so many cool things to explore. This place looks absolutely fantastic, and it's today's daily challenge, meaning it's up to you guys to tell me where in the world you think we are. All you need to do is put your guesses down in the comment section below. Tell me where in the world you think this is, and in tomorrow's video's comment section, I announce the winner, the person that guesses closest. Now, there are no prizes, but there is glory to be won, so if you are interested in becoming today's top GeoGuessr, then tell me, where in the world do you think we are right now? All right, here we are in the main section of today's video, and today we've got a viewer challenge brought to us by none other than our good friend Lance and Derek. Thank you so much for this challenge. This one is a Pacific puzzle. That's right, Pacific puzzle, so places along the Pacific. There's a lot of countries that we could be in, including Canada, the United States, I mean, a lot of North and South America, Asia, Australia and such, many islands. So thank you so much, Lance and Derek, for this challenge. If you are interested in creating your own custom challenge, all you need to do is look down in the description below, find a step-by-step guide on how to create your own custom challenge, and how to send it to me. Also, you can find a link to this one so you can play along yourself. So without further ado, let's get to it. Boom. Oh, boy. Okay, let's find out what's wrong. Jeez Louise. Okay. Just paste once. Ah, okay. I think I accidentally pasted it twice. That might have been it. I think I pressed Control V twice. So no need to worry. There you go. And as always, just do that to get the bars to leave. Okay, we have done it. Here we are. All right. We are in Asia somewhere, but where? It's a good question. Look at these trees. Do those trees look Japanese? Maybe. Maybe they do, maybe they don't. This vehicle is the reason why I said we were in Asia, and that looks Japanese. So I am fairly certain that is going to be the case. But yes, this vehicle does not look like a vehicle you would find in North America. And I don't think it's a vehicle you would find in South America either. So there you go. It's too cubic. Not that there aren't cubic vehicles here. Just not quite ones that look like that. So, where are we? good question. We'll have to move around and see if we find some clues, because so far, other than the water being... Well, the water is kind of all around us. It's like from east to west, northwards. And there's a small island over there. So it's gonna be tricky to figure this one out. That is going to be for sure. But other than the fact that this is in Japan, at least I'm fairly certain it is, this is going to be a bit tricky. Oh yeah, that's right. It is today. Big election news. My goodness. And no, I'm not talking about the election in the UK, because that hasn't actually happened yet, but may have happened if you are watching the video, in which case you know that in a surprising upset, UKIP won by a landslide. I'm just kidding. Of course, that won't happen. That would be probably one of the worst things. But no, I mean, look, I'm not from the UK, so I don't have a horse in the race. You know, David Cameron seems like a real knob, but I don't know. I don't know anything about Ed Miliband, so what can I say? I don't know. I don't have a horse in the race. It's not my election, so there you go. But the election I was talking about also isn't really my election either, but it turns out the NDP somehow won a majority in Alberta. My goodness. As someone from Ontario who hears nothing but Alberta is the #1 conservative province of all of them, and the fact that they were progressive conservative for the last 44 years. PC, that was, well, progressive conservative in the national level, because I do know that provincial parties and federal parties are different. They're not the same thing. Ontario's Liberals are not the same Liberals as there are there, and there's a lot of things wrong to say with Ontario's Liberals right now, that's for sure. But Progressive Conservative, that was Stephen Harper's former party, right? Before the Conservatives all joined up in the 90s? At least I think that was, yeah, I'm fairly certain that was the idea. But yeah, my God. They were progressive conservative for 44 years and then went to NDP. That is crazy. And as someone who, politically, I guess I'm a little bit left-leaning, I guess. That seems like a really interesting step, especially for Alberta. You know, it's good to know that from, being in Ontario, all you hear about Alberta is just how conservative they are. And it's nice to hear that they can make a big change like that. Interesting to see what the next Canadian election holds. Where does my vote lie? That's a good question. Unsure. I am still unsure between two parties. What I really wish was that Canada just changed their elections like the ones of Australia, I believe, where you could vote for multiple parties, order number 1, 2, 3. Because if that was the case, then there you go. So where will old Ather's vote lie in, a couple of months when the Canadian election goes? I don't know. Also, all these people, you should keep your vote secret. What is this? The 1950s? No, you can talk about stuff. I mean, okay. I'll have to say I apologize a little bit, because I do find it extremely annoying people talk about politics on Facebook. I can't fucking stand it. And here I am shouting my opinions off the rooftops. To be honest, I'm not really shouting any opinions. I'm keeping them veiled in a very, very thin veil of secrecy. How I am going to be, what I think about the upcoming election in Canada. Because again, I don't have a horse in the race in the UK. What am I gonna do there? Again, everyone here talks about American politics as well. Who do I care for? Jeb Bush or Hillary Clinton? Are those the votes? Is that who we're voting for? Holy smokes, those are like two bad choices, aren't they? Is there anyone else? I really hope so. God, I hope so for America. My God, it'd be really nice. I mean, America's really important to Canada, so, Jesus, do I ever hope that that's not the case? But, are we really voting for the same families again? And again, I do feel like the same kind of thing may be happening in Canada as well, which is one of the reasons why I am undecided. as to where I will go in the Canadian elections, because really, same families, that's a negative there. So what you gonna do? What you gonna do? Where are we? I don't know. We're in like a small island in Japan, but I don't know where. So let's go with Okinawa. Let's go. Sure, this island right here sounds like a fun one, and the answer was an even smaller island right there. There you go. And if you guys hate hearing about politics, I'm sorry. I am very sorry, because I know how annoying that can be. My God, you spend your whole day, just I don't know, at a job you don't like very much, spending whatever time you can on Facebook, and all you see on Facebook, Santiago, that's interesting. Spend whatever time you can on Facebook, trying to get away from it. And all you see from Facebook is posts from all these people who aren't really your friends about politics and this and that. And now there's like 7,000 elections to talk about. I mean, shit. People here on Facebook are talking about the British elections. People here on Facebook talk about the American elections all the time. And people here talk about Canadian elections. So what can I do? I guess I'm feeling overwhelmed with all of these things. So at this point, I'm just venting. But you guys see all that same kind of nonsense, and you come here for a little bit of GeoGuessr, and what do you get? You get the same kind of garbage regurgitated at you yet again. The answer is, well, I mean, I could go for a very cynical look on politics in general, but I try to be a little bit more of an optimist, in honesty. I do feel like voting matters, and I feel like there are good people out there. It's not all reptilian aliens from Zeptune that are going to go and steal your money and give it to the Illuminati, and Satan's going to be reborn or some shit like that. I don't know what the conspiracy theorists out there are saying these days, but I always find it really weird. People talk about the Illuminati as this has gone really off the rails. People talk about the Illuminati as if it's like some kind of like secretive group that is running the world, and you bankers and all that and money, and you think, oh, okay, that kind of makes sense. But then the same people who talk about the Illuminati talk about like the Antichrist being born, and you think, oh, wait, what? Like, you were kind of convincing me the parts when you were talking about, there being this group of global elites. Well, global elites, there you go. That's the number one status in CSGO. Illuminati confirmed. Number one status in CSGO. There you go. That just shows off how much I have no idea what is going on about that. But yeah, people say, oh, you might get convinced of thinking, there's a big group of bankers and politicians, and they're all, jerking each other off in back rooms and making the rich get richer, blah, 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 1%, this, that. And you think, oh, okay, maybe there's some sense to that. But then the same people who talk about that are like, Lil Wayne is using his lyrics to, convert the children of America to Satanism, and the Antichrist is reborn. And then you're like, oh, so I guess that whole Illuminati thing was just nonsense, wasn't it? That's really what it comes down to, isn't it? Craziness. So there you go. That was the weird Illuminati talk I didn't think I was gonna have, but it makes the New World Order a whole lot less scary when you realize that it has a lot to do with like religion and like the devil and all this very bizarre religious roots that you think, and you're like, oh, well, I thought the New World Order was something I should actually be scared about, but now it seems like more like something I probably should not pay attention to at all. So there you go. But again, I wasn't actually convinced either when they were talking about all this stuff about the bankers and this, that, and this, that. But there is a lot of bad things to say about things. Shoot, man. People are greedy. People want what's best for themselves. Saying it's just natural is sad, but like kind of true. there's no special people out there. You know, if you were born in a different situation, you could be any one of them. Yeah, people always seem to look down at other people and say like, oh my god, who are these savages, these people doing all these terrible things? But like, they're just regular people. You know, all the bad people anywhere, it's just like, it's literally just like the situations there, and there's nothing special about these people making them inherently evil. I think it's a bad thing to think that people are like inherently evil out there, because when you think that, you think, okay, well, I'm not like that, so that is something that has nothing to do with me and has nothing to do with anyone. These are just like the bad apples. But I think the whole bad apple argument is bullshit. Anyone could be like that. Anyone. You could be like that too if you weren't in the same situation you were in. The people who do terrible things or who do dumb stuff or who do bad things in real life are not these weird evil freaks. They're the normal people, and that's the scary part. They were normal people too, but then I have no idea where we are. I'm just gonna have to make a guess. I mean, I'm almost starting to talk nonsense here. It doesn't even make any sense anymore. But there you go. This is gonna be a weird episode. I also have no idea where this is. Yeah, this is weird. Maybe this guy will tell us where we are. Are we on a small island or something? Small island. Let's go with something like where is New? Sure, let's go with New. Right around there, and the answer was Cook Islands. Okay, so we were on the Cook Islands. Well, that's too bad. 2156, and this is the Pitcairn Islands. We know that much. This is actually a photo we have seen already, but definitely not one that we had seen by the time this challenge was sent. Pitcairn Islands, always hard to find. So I'm gonna have a joy doing that. But yeah. I don't believe that. The argument of saying that, like, oh, it's just a few bad apples spoiling it. I don't think that's true, because I think when you say that, no matter who you're talking about, because a lot of things, it's the people, it's the outliers that are causing all these problems. I think that's just a great way of ignoring the issue. Whenever you're facing it, there's just too many. There's just too many outliers that are affecting it. You can talk about any kind of conflict in the world or any kind of social problem that exists out there, and the argument often is, oh no, it's the outliers that are causing all this stuff. And sure, it may be the outliers aggravating it, but like everyone, no matter who you are, you can be that person that is part of the problem. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore because I'm being so vague now. Like, I'm not even talking about anything specifically. This doesn't even make any sense. All right, let's try and find that the Pitcairn Islands. The point, I guess, I was trying to... Oh, they're up? Oh yeah, they are. There you go. That's where they are. And we are on... Are we on that one, or is there another one? I felt like there was another Pitcairn Island somewhere. Oh, well, we're going to be on this one. Let's make the guess, and the answer was okay. There was another one. I keep forgetting this one in particular. 2806. I think that the strategy to take is, when facing a problem in society, find ways of changing society. Because going after people you think are causing the problems, or going after just the few that are actually the problem, that's not a way of actually doing anything. Fix the problems that'll help everyone, because it's in everyone to be a bad person. It's in everyone to do whatever. I don't know. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. This is all nonsense. I'm gonna have to look back at this episode and see how it goes, because this is just gonna be a weird one. But yes, we are on midway now. Seen some cool shots of some buildings that have been really taken out by some pretty brutal weather here. Need some repainting. Midway, of course we know Midway because of the birds. There's just so many of them. There is just so many birds. Can we go this way? Have some fun? So yeah, I mean, I kind of lost the train of thought of what I was saying, and I kind of don't even know what point I was trying to make anymore. But, just think, when we're looking at problems in society, saying it's just a few people that are ruining things is a great way of making it making a problem not real. If you say, "Oh, it's just a few people doing this," then no one cares about the problem. No one cares because, oh, it's just a few people. Those people aren't us. They aren't normal people. I wouldn't be like that. I'm better than them. These are just some outliers. What can you do? Always going to be outliers. And that's just a way of avoiding it. But the real question is, how did these people become the way they did? And how can we solve that? Well, that's a question that's almost impossible to solve, isn't it? We actually found a pretty cool runway here. I don't know if we've done that, but there you go. I guess I just don't think of people being, particularly evil in real life. I don't think there are that many, actual bad people. People just follow. People just follow. And when people follow, things can easily snowball. What starts with one person suddenly can quickly become everyone. It's very easy to manipulate masses. If everyone around you thinks the same way, it's very rare that you're going to find yourself being the outlier. If everyone is nudging you in a certain direction, that's a great way to make a whole group of people start doing bad things. I mean, it's happened thousands of times through history that things have been pushed in bad directions, and whole societies have gone in ways that we would now look back and think like that was insanity. That was terrible. What the hell were they doing? It's not like now we're any better than they were then. It's just that I guess we realized that particular instance was bad. We never seem to realize that, well, I guess we do realize, but we kind of ignore it, that it's in us to follow, and especially to follow society. So when things go wrong like this, blaming just particulars, not realizing that it's the way that everyone works, everyone's contributing to it. How do we change everyone? Well, how do we change everyone? That's pretty difficult, isn't it? I'm not bringing any answers. I'm just saying. I think blaming particulars or individuals when there are some big things that need to be done in society is just a bit crazy, isn't it? But I don't even know what I'm saying because I'm not even thinking of like a particular situation. I'm thinking about half a dozen of them, and I don't even really know if what I'm saying applies to them. I'm being too vague, but I'm being vague in my own head as well. It's not like I'm withholding naming particular instances. Well, actually I am, but I'm trying to talk about all of them at once, and when I think about them individually, I don't know if what I'm saying really makes sense if you apply it to certain of the situations I'm trying to think about. Man, weird stuff. This is going to be a weird episode. I don't know what to think about it. It's kind of like one of those episodes I feel like not posting, but I think I will post this one because this looks like a runway to me right here, so we were like right there. Let's make the guess, and the answer was we were right there. 6402. Well, there you go. That was a Pacific party now, wasn't it? It was a Pacific puzzle. We started off in Japan, not Okinawa, but over here, kind of near Tokyo. Then we went to the one, the only, near Santiago, and that's really where things got off the rails. That's where my commentary devolved into nonsense. Then we got a little bit of a break where I completely lost my train of thought, where we went to the Cook Islands, and I said it was new. And that's when we came back on this weird tangent. I am going to post this episode. just because, well, just because. Then we went to the Pitcairn Islands and things got really off the rails in Midway. My God, it started off, you know, when you talk politics, things go wrong. That's why they say you shouldn't talk about politics or religion in YouTube videos. And I think I talked about both. Oh man, I really got and screwed the pooch on this one, didn't I? Well, you know what? If you got any opinions, whether they be weird, vague, nonsense opinions like mine living in some kind of crazy fairy tale, I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore. I feel like I've spent the last 20 minutes talking mostly nonsense. So I'm going to have to formulate a plot in my head as to what I really meant. Then, you know, leave a comment telling me about that, or just leave the regular comments telling me where in the world you think the viewer challenge was. It was a really nice one today. I like that one a whole lot. Anyways, if you guys are excited for the elections in America, Canada, or the UK ones tomorrow, go out and vote. And if you've got elections in wherever you are, then do that same thing. Vote as well. Voting is important. Is the message of this episode to vote? I feel like this is the kind of commentary someone would do if they were high. Although I'm not on drugs. Man, this is going to be a weird one, isn't it? Hopefully you guys have enjoyed, and as always, I'll see you guys next time. Aw, yeah. Cue the royalty-free music. 3, 2, 1, go. Come on, everybody. Get on your feet. Stand up, look at the screen, and repeat. I'm gonna like, rate, comment, and subscribe. I love watching Ather vids all of the time. Thanks for dropping by and spending the time. Hope you've enjoyed, and let's get on with our lives. Oh yeah. Thanks to Kevin MacLeod for these awesome beats. Woo yeah. Have a good one.